Grimdark. Half off. Hello, everyone, and welcome. Today, I am going to be running around the Savage Wilds and the Saphire Exiles map, and I am just here to check out a few of the biomes there. What I eventually want to do for Conan Exiles, let's play, is I want to get a dedicated server between either... I know that I can't use Isle of Sipta. Oh, it is Savage Wilds. Okay. Alright. Of course, we're male. And we will be a Zamorian, a very lore-friendly Zamorian priest of Zath. So let's go all the way over here to the second to last, Zamorian. And we don't need to worry about this because we're going to go into God mode. Zath, the spider god, beautiful stuff. And a Zamorian, northwest of the Brock. Confirm. Bleh. Okay, so what we're going to be doing, now, despite the loading screens that you are seeing, we are in fact in the Savage Wilds, not in the Saphire Exile. We will be checking that out in the next episode. But for this one, what we're just going to be doing very quick is we're going to go to settings. We're going to make me admin. Admin rights granted. And now we're going to go into, of course, God enabled. Boop. All right, now that we've enabled God mode, we start off in this delightful little cave here. That was, interesting. We start off in this delightful little cave here, and I will run around the pit. We discovered the pit. Okay. We have bones lying about, and we have a way out, perhaps? It seems, perhaps, yes? Let us dive into the creepy, dark waters of darkness. Ah, perhaps not so creepy. Indeed. We are heading... Ooh, look at that. We are headed out into the world. And now... Okay, alright. Oh, we're already out. Okay, good. Very good. Very good. So, now let's just check out the various biomes around here. The Savage Wilds is, of course, famous and boasts that it is the exact size that it allows. It is the maximum size allowed for the Conan Exiles game and the Conan Exiles map, which might make it a very good choice and give us a lot of diversity to work with. One of the things that I really want to do, and we're actually going to go control and travel, I guess, to various different areas, but we can check out this biome first. Let's just check out around here first. Let's go to map and let's go just in the center of the biome, this center of this desert biome to start off with. But obviously, what we want to do in the lore series is we want to build a bunch of temples to the gods. That's what we want to do in the Conan lore series. But to do that, at least in part, you know, we have to have not only the right scenery, but also this feeling that it is being shared with others. And when you have this ability to... Oh, look at that. Look at that. What's that down there? What creature is that? What creature are you? Like a rhino? Like a rhino. You are. You're a custom creature, aren't you? I don't know if you're a custom creature, actually, but... What are you? Okay. Alright, I've gained a level. Alright, okay. This is a Power Rangers monster and it wants to kill me. Alright. I crippled it, apparently. I crippled an innocent creature. That's what I did today. But building those temples to the gods can also denote faction choices and things of that nature, and I would love to get into mod making, and I would love to get into a lot of things like that, especially if I were to integrate Age of Calamitous and Age of Calamitous' items and things into this. Portals to the faction hall, for example, could be used, and then outside of the faction hall, you could come out and you could see, like, for instance, this would be this sort of desert area here, this desert biome. It reeks of Vanghoul. Vangouls are basically a combination of orc and dark elf aesthetic in Age of Calamitous. And don't worry, I will eventually do a video on Age of Calamitous. I keep meaning to finish it, but it almost never gets done. Okay, let's head over to the jungle biome, or actually, let's just go right next door. We have a little bit of plains here, it seems. But when it comes right down to that, is so weird because I have both map mods installed. I have the Saphire Exile loading screens. Gorillas want to kill me. Gorillas want to kill me. Okay, so these plains, this is kind of where the desert meets the jungle, I suppose. The jungle is not that way. The jungle is that way. The jungle is not, is the jungle over here? No, the jungle is not over there. Hello, Mr. Gorillas. Hello, Mr. and Mrs. Gorilla. Okay. You know, it's always interesting because of the way things are designed and rendered in Age of Conan. It's that, you know, some of the creatures look insanely beautiful, like the mammoths. The mammoths look insanely beautiful and are just ridiculous in this Unreal Engine 4 world. But then you have the gorillas and the wolves, who look like they are straight out of a Party City Halloween mask. And yes, they look like realistic, but genuinely, they also look quite a little bit odd, you know. With mouth constantly open, etc. But it's not bad ultimately, because I do still love the game and I love what it'll allow me to do. All right, so let's go in here, and we're going into the Rainforest biome. This is quite beautiful, quite beautiful. Again, nothing you wouldn't find in the Exiled Lands. I think the biggest takeaway from the Savage Wilds is that it is ultimately using biomes to different degrees than the Exiled Lands, because you have this desert biome that you're very used to. You know, I don't think there's anything here that you wouldn't find in the base map. You have the desert biome over here that you're very used to if you're in the Exiled Lands. Then, of course, you come over to the jungle, and we know the jungle biome because we know it because this is where the sort of lost ruins where Hanuman's statue is, and all of these other things in the Exiled Lands. And it's right off the coast of where, like, Dagon and Deep Ones are and things of that nature. But when you go from there into the rest of the world, you know, you do find that in the Exiled Lands it is mostly desert, and the things that you wish took up most of the world, like the Highlands, or not sure if they're called Highlands biome, but this is more what I mean. Like, we were just here and here and here are basically, you know, where the jungle meets the desert is the same here and here. So these sort of plains biome over here is kind of the same. But then you go into an area like this, and we're just going to do that real quick. You go into an area like this, and what it should be is the same. Oh, that's interesting. Different trees, different trees. Very different trees. Was not expecting this. But anyway, you do go into an... That is beautiful. I did not actually see these trees before. Okay, this is definitely custom. But you go into an area like this, or like the Highlands biome, where the Sumerians are in the Exiled Lands, and you very quickly wish that this was the majority of the map. You know, it just seems almost common sense to have a map where, you know, the majority is lush, it's sort of green, and then you have the north, which is cold, and you have the south, which is hot, and etc., etc. So again, we're not going to spend too long on this. And then, actually, you know what? We'll cover the Saphire Exiles biomes as well in this, because the big thing with Isle of Sipta is... And actually, you know what? We'll also go to Isle of Sipta. But the big thing with Isle of Sipta was its Ashlands biome that I was really interested in. And then we have a bear. We have bears in here, which is something. I don't know if bears are a thing in the base Exiled Lands. This is cool. Absolutely. You have a big bear. Hawaii. Exactly. Kawaii. Exactly. That's what it is. But I think the Savage Wilds here would be a great choice to base a large amount of definitely factions in. I could definitely see. Let's go over here. Like, let me just think about the various races, because I'm thinking Elvenor and also the Elven Empire in the north. I'm thinking Stormhold and Felgarth in here. And I'm thinking the Vanguls in the desert area, and then I can't remember the other faction. Is there another faction? 2, and then 1. Oh, Cold Embrace. Oh, Cold Embrace could be right at the tip top of there, because they are somewhat ice themed. Okay. All right. Okay. Oh, wolf. Oh, this wolf looks way more realistic. Hello, sir. Hello, Mr. Wolf. Let me look at you. Yeah, no, that's much more animated. The mouth is much more animated. I'm gonna punch it in the mouth. All right. Now that we're done with that, let's go and look at the ice. Let's go to the land of the ice and snow. Do. Very beautiful, very beautiful. And we are, yeah, we're extremely cold. I have no doubt that we're extremely cold. Beautiful, beautiful. Ah, all right. So we have the ice and snow down here, and this also boasts lore light factions. So they went lore light with the world around us. So we already have Cimmerians being represented in terms of the base Conan lore. We already have Hycranians represented and Hyborians represented. And this is actually interesting because what this would do is it would put the Savage Wilds like literally right next to, if you look on here, theoretically, it would put the Savage Wilds right next to, if you think about the Hyborians and the Cimmerians, it would put them right next to the actual exiled lands, which would be Hyboria and Cimmeria. Theoretically, that's where you would be, and then you look at this, and you could theorize that that's still a little bit of the northern Terran that's there, that the desert is. And we have more of these crystal golem beasts, it seems, down here. Yep, let's look at them. Yep, same old, same old. All right. And that's pretty much all we wanted to see of the Savage Wilds, just looking at a few different biomes here and there. I know that the Saphire Exiles is much more well-known for its stuff. Much more well-known for its custom biomes and also custom ruins that are scattered throughout the land. It's also seemingly designed for role players to some degree. So definitely I want to try that out. Is there anything in these boxes? No, there isn't, but there are dead men here. Okay. And it also seems like running this game is, it's not stressing my PC, but it's definitely made it warm. Not hot, but warm. So that's very interesting. But let's go to exit to main menu. Yes. And as we exit to main menu, we will start a new game again to explore around the Saphire Exile map. So let's single player, let's new game, let's single player, let's custom, and let's go to the Saphire Exile. Yeah, it's definitely, yeah, poor computer. Yeah, don't worry, it's okay. I know it was stressing out because of the rendering stuff a little bit. It wasn't stressing out; it's just that the fans were actually being used. Okay, Saphire Exile, etc., etc. Okay, play. I know nothing's actually bad or nothing's actually wrong with it, but it's just that I freak out over it. Save game already said, yes, I would. All right, now we're going to the Saphire Exile, which is where all the loading screens are from. And we are going to be a male over here. Hello. We are back on the cross. There we go. Back on the cross. And this time we're on an actual cross. And not on like a pseudo cross. And we're just straight up crucified. All right. Our race, and we'll go this time with a Stygian priest of Set. Really quick. There we go. Very lore friendly. Finalized character. And boom, Cancun Stygian. And then this is what all the mod maps seem to point out. But this is the idea that you're still basically lost. Okay, so confirm. And then, oh, Stygian. And then, where are we? What's going on? During the year of the Cobra, I'm depressed. All right, there we go. All right, and we're going to do what we did before. Settings. Server settings. Make me admin. Admin rights granted. Boom. And then after we do that, we're going to go in here and we're going to go God enabled. Boom. Very hot. Well, already my God is enabled. So God enabled. I like these footprints. They're nice. Okay. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, today we shall do the do. We shall go forth. We shall be alive. Oh, that's not good. That's the wall. Okay. We don't want to hit the wall. Wow. Where? Wow. Whoa. Oh, that's big. That's quite the large. That's quite the large. That is what that is. This is quite the large. Okay. Well, I heard that it has an ancient Greek island, and I want to assume that that's this, because I don't see a lot of other ancient Greek island-looking places, and it looks like it has white stone on it. So I want to see the more Argosian stuff, hopefully, over here. Okay. I'm hoping that around here I will... Oh, God. Okay. I'm going to be able to move around. I'm hoping to see some ruins over here, know what's going on. The mini-map seems totally confused, which makes two of us. Fair enough. As far as where I am, No clue. Where am I? Where am I? I'm in the water now. I don't want to be in the water, though. I want to come out of here. I was told there would be an Argosian island somewhere in here, and I'm hoping that this is it. All right. So we have these beautiful trees, windy, beautiful trees. What did it do? And I heard there was this, and there was also a Sleepy Hollow biome. And it all depends on what we exactly want for the... oh, no. Okay. Well, that would have been a no-no. Oh, we have another custom creatures. It looks like there was some inspiration taken from... That's not even like... That's iguanas. Those are giant red iguanas. Those are very cool. Okay. Okay, giant red iguanas. Giant red iguanas is what we're dealing with here. Okay. Kicking butt, taking names. Understood, understood. Okay, there's something under here. Is there like a hidey place we can make a little cave home for us? No, there isn't. But this certainly would be a place where these creatures would nest. And that's not the greatest thing in the world for us, but great for the map design. Wait, what am I doing? I have God mode on, and I'm horrified by them. Okay. What I want to do is I just want to climb up here, just out of instinct, I guess. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to climb up here, and then I'm going to... Yeah, okay. I should be able to find... All right, there we go. I should be fine. Now let's just... Here, this is like a whole it is a whole biome on its own, but let's go, if that was messing us up, let's go here then, and let's see if we can't find some ancient Greek ruins, some type of stuff like that around here. I want to see something Greek, something like that, maybe somewhere around here, Argosian biome inspired by ancient Greece. Maybe the whole thing is that you're able to use Argosian here, or that this would be a good place to build an Argosian ship. You know, our Argosian place. A very ancient Greek world. That's fine. There's a sheep here. It's like Minecraft. Okay. They're docile. I just punched a sheep. Indeed. There are sheep here. And it's like, what do you remember Minecraft? The sheep, of course. The most iconic thing about Minecraft. Okay. And then we'll just jump up here. I've gained a level. That's lovely. Alright, so it doesn't seem like I can find any ancient Greek islands or ancient Greek ruins here, but I will now move on to other biomes. So we have this other island over here. We know this is going to be desert. We know that's going to be desert. We know the Forbidden City, which I hope has more city to it. We started over here. Let's go over to this area. Let's go over the jungle, sort of tropical island area over here. And let's see what the tropical island area has to offer us. Whoa, what's going on there? Some choppiness. All right. Okay. All right. All right. What else are we doing? What else are we doing? All right. Okay. Let's see about moving a little bit. Okay, this seems like a more or less populated area. Let's see about there. Moving around to little places. I'm up on top of a tree. That's where I spawned. Okay. Right here. Right here is beautiful. It's scaled up foliage and all this other stuff. Really great. Really nice. Really wow. Yeah, this is definitely... Saphire Exiles is definitely the place. If you wanted to make a custom... even when I look at the map, when I look at the map in my head for Age of Calamitous, it's more lore-friendly version if they made a custom map for it. This definitely feels more like the continents talked about there than the Exiled Lands map. This is definitely good. This is definitely good. You have a little tree. You can make the tree. This would definitely be a great base for the elves. Definitely this tropical biome. Definitely be great for the elves, given they're already into big mystical stuff. I'm not sure what this would be. This would be down here. Maybe Stormhold. I'm not sure. But all right. All right. So I can't seem to find any ruins. That's not because I'm... I mean, that is because I'm being lazy. I can't find much here. Let's go. I'm a bit distracted by the fans. All right. There we go. There we go. All right. All right. Oh, Sleepy Hollow biome. This is the Sleepy Hollow biome. Okay, good. Haunted Forest, Sleepy Hollow biome. Good. Good, yes. This is part of the reason I wanted to check this out. This feels very Dunwich Horror to me. It feels very much like I'm about to be attacked by a witch. It's very nice, but oh, I don't like that. I don't like that. This is the nice computer. This is the new computer. It's not supposed to do that. All right. Well, there are little lags here and there, I guess, but it's more a problem with connection. I can understand that. Okay. You can change the RAM in your computer, but your Wi-Fi connection is kind of, yeah, what it is. All right. Okay. Is there a reason that was causing lag? All right. Fine with me. Fine with me. Yeah. Okay. All right. All right, but I enjoy all these biomes. The only thing is, too, is that I want to have thralls that I mean, I suppose you can spawn in thralls, but, you know, I want to have a map that's filled with thralls, which makes the Savage Wilds look more appealing. But the scenery of Sapphire Exiles is wonderful. Now, there is another downside to Sapphire Exiles, and that's that its size. It's split across 4 mods, and it's over 5 gigabytes to download. Now, what you get for that, I think, is absolutely worth it. Oh, look, ruins. We have some ruins. Seemingly Celtic ruins, or what you call English ruins, so sort of haunted black forests type deal. Okay. Well, we're in here. What's, is there a way down? Is there a... Wow, this is really messing with my PC. Wow, this is really messing with my PC. Exiled Lands map does not do this. Oh, we got something. Oh, we got a spider. Okay, we got custom... We do have custom enemies throughout all this. Alright, I might go with the Exiled Lands map, I'll be honest with you. Besides, Exiled Lands and Isle of Sipta are more lore-friendly, but... Yeah, we might not go with Sapphire Exiles. It's definitely a fun, I don't know, one-shot to look at. It's definitely fun in that regard. I like the haunted forest here. I like the already like the 2 spider creatures that have attacked us. That seems awesome. I like these guys. Very Halloween. Very Tim Burton, I would say. Very Halloween appropriate in general. Sapphire Exiles. Let's head over to this giant green Highlands. The giant green Highlands. Let's go over the giant green land. And you see, I know why it's stressing and taxing my computer. It's because it just simply put is a bigger map. And that's really what it is. Question is, can my baby handle it? I'm hoping the answer is yes, as I spent a pretty penny on that baby. This is very, very big Highlands. Very big Highlands. Yes. Look at his chest, filled with water, for the glory of Set. Yes, yes indeed. Oh, big warthog, big rhino, woolly rhino in the distance. A woolly rhino, it would seem. Alright, it does ultimately seem like, and also, I'll be honest, a lot of this, it's almost like it doesn't feel... not lore-friendly, because lore-friendly in Conan, I mean, you're in the Hyborian Age, which is supposed to be basically a lost Earth, in a way. But it feels thematically inappropriate to be wandering through a prancing and beautiful meadow. A beautiful prancing meadow with colorful flowers and woolly rhinos. Even if those are what you're fighting, it feels more like an MMO a little bit. So, yeah, maybe at least this part of the map. And also the lag that seems to be caused. And it's not exactly lag so much as it is this kind of weird hypnotic vision change. That just zooms, zoom, zoom, things like that. Maybe it's minor lag or it's a frame rate drop, but it is what it is. Let's see here. Boop. Now we're heading over to the west. Seems like this is kind of more of the same. More of the same. More of the same, kind of, sort of, maybe. What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing over here? Yeah. 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 What are we doing? Where are we going? Yeah. Yeah. Bunny. Bunny rabbit. Hit the bunny. Hit the bunny. Do it. Hit it. Hit the rabbit. Hit the rabbit. Hit the rabbit. There we go. first thing I could actually kill. Holy crap. Alright, there we go. With God mode on, I was able to kill a rabbit. Clearly, I am the greatest Conan Exiles player. Alright. Alright, this is, this isn't bad. This isn't bad. It does feel like, again, it's not necessarily lag. It's something that's happening with my vision and maybe bloom effects that's happening with the map or the world. I just can't quite pin it down, but it does seem to be something. My PC is a bit overstressed. My eyes are a bit overstressed. I think Saphire Exiles might be, because I'm feeling my PC. My PC is pretty warm. It's not the greatest sign in the world for the Saphire Exiles. Very big mod. Might not be worth it for me. I haven't encountered any other humans yet, and that's definitely a bit of a turnoff. So I think this will be maybe it for the Sapphire Isles, but I would like Saphire Exile, but I would like to explore just a little bit more of the world in general. It's little bits of biome here and there. We have a big cherry blossom forest here. Very beautiful cherry blossom forest. I will give you that. Absolutely very alien, very wonderful, but not very Conan. I'm going to be honest with you. Not very Conan. I'm not saying there aren't cherry blossoms in the Conan universe. Of course there are, but they're in Lemuria most likely. And or Lemuria and also the Amazon is where they would be. But yeah, no, the differences in biome are quite beautiful, but I'm not really, yeah, not feeling it. Not feeling it. Not feeling it. Your throat feels dry. Well, I'm sure it feels dry quite a bit. Okay, last place we'll check out is, well, last two places. We'll check out this desert savanna area, and we'll check out the Forgotten City. Let's go to the Forgotten City first. Of course, we know what the Forgotten City looks like, but let's see what they did with the Forgotten City. And why? What? What? Okay, so there are chromatic effects. So they did add visual effects here. This is obvious chromatic effects. Okay, so they've added a VHS-style effect to the screen. You see that. That's very odd, and it seems that I think that's what's overstressing the computer. That's definitely what's overstressing the computer, because we weren't experiencing this problem before. All right, so I think the Saphire Exiles is definitely out of the running. We'll go over here and see this area. This will be the last thing we do. This will be the last thing we'll do, and then we'll be done with it. We'll be done with it. It's I guess it's a beautiful map. But I don't know. I haven't encountered anything that would make me think, wow, other than the Sleepy Hollow inspired area, which I thought was wonderful. But this is, yeah, it's not for me. It's not for me. I think that I'll be sticking to the base game map and the various other ones. Okay, so final verdict, we're tossing out the Saphire Exiles from any kind of consideration. I said at the beginning of this video, but didn't really explain why I wouldn't want to use the Isle of Sipta. That's because not everyone has that DLC, and because I got it because I'm a Lovecraft fan, doesn't mean that everyone thinks that it's worth their money, and it does have mixed reviews. So the two things that I would say are in the running would be the Savage Wilds, provided I could get a portal to the faction hall going, and thus would ultimately be able to recreate the features of Age of Calamitous in the Savage Wilds, or the base Exiled Lands map between the two. And it would have to be at least trying to be lore-friendly. The Age of Calamitous, I've said before, even though the mod author, Espen Johansson's original intent was to bring his original fantasy universe as a total conversion from Conan Exiles. So completely overhauling the entire thing. I would say that I have always treated it as a crossover. I have treated it the same as the Witcher in Monster Hunter DLC, and that is what I've always seen it as. Literally, it's a whole other universe that comes through a portal. And it's tempting to go Exiled Lands because you think about EEWA, you think about all these other mods that are very famous for Conan Exiles that directly affect that map and that are based around that map. I think I might go base Exiled Lands. But the Savage Wilds is still a consideration simply because it's a new map that I haven't explored before. But even then, it's like, no, it's a question. And ultimately, it would be up to the community, but that would also imply that over time, we would have a big enough community for Conan Exiles. And right now, Conan Exiles is something I personally am very interested in and interested in producing content on. But at the same time, what we have right now is an audience that's primarily interested in the Guild Wars 2 content, which is great, which is wonderful, which I'll continue to produce. I enjoy that universe, of course, but I also enjoy Conan, and I would like to get other people's thoughts on this. My big vision for a server is effectively one where the religions and the gods are heavily focused on. And of course, once that becomes an issue, we have to focus on what gods can we actually focus on. We can focus on all the various gods, therefore cultures, of the Nordheimers, which would be Ymir. We can focus on the Cimmerians, which would be Crom. And even though Crom would be the god in question, and he has no altar or anything in game, in fact, it's the option you choose when you don't want to participate in the religion system, I would honestly put in a, if I was being honest with myself, I would put in a kind of homage to the Great Bear of Cimmeria, which is an actual god in Age of Conan, the MMO. That actually was a class choice. You could be a bear shaman, and you could only be a bear shaman if you were a Cimmerian. And that's definitely one. So Cimmerians, Nordheimer, the Zamorians for Zath. Zath is primarily worshipped in Zamora. And Yogg, so Darfari. Darfari would also have a place there. So these would be the various factions, and these would be the various overly represented cultures in the world from the religions in question. Of course, Set, we have Stygians. Stygians would not be hard to find a place for, and that's what it effectively would be. But that's the vision I have, it primarily focusing on gods and religions. You would have basically man-made or player-made or maintained cities, which would be wonderful. And again, I'm not saying we'd have a player count that would allow for that. I'm saying that would be my vision architecturally speaking. And then in the middle of it all, you would have the part of my role play is why my sort of admin character or dungeon master character, if you will, would be able to do all of this and be able to allow all of these things to exist as kind of an Australia effect within the exiled lands. You exile a bunch of people, and eventually they start rebuilding civilization in the uninhabitable area. Humans are humans, and humans going to colonize. So what he is bringing a bit of Lovecraft into the world of Conan. You'll find this out when we do eventually start our straightforward roleplay. Because when I say I want to make a server, that's far off into the future. For right now, we will eventually be starting a roleplay with our Zingarian cultist of Yogg-Sothoth. Now, that's bringing, again, some Lovecraft, the giant librarian. If you're an Elder Scrolls fan, you'll know Yogg-Sothoth's incarnation in that universe as Hermaeus Mora. And Hermaeus Mora, if you know anything about him, bunch of books, Eldritch Library, it's basically Yogg-Sothoth, only a slightly more comprehensible version of him. So simply picture Hermaeus Mora, but even more Eldritch, and that is definitely what you get with Yogg-Sothoth. But basically the specific cult of Yogg-Sothoth that he would belong to, as he renames himself Corto Zath, effectively was a Zamorian cult that would bring him in. And the Zamorian cult that brings him in is more than interested in him basically seeing Yogg-Sothoth as the grandfather of all gods. And then from there is room for all the gods. There is room for Crom. There is room for Zath. There is room for Set, etc., etc. In fact, one of the ideas I have for the theology of it, because one of the themes of Yogg-Sothoth and also the themes of Lovecraft in general is that on the surface level, as you go deeper, it becomes more and more esoteric, more and more incomprehensible. But on the surface level, it's supposed to seem very blasphemous. Since to most Stygians and most people of Western Hyboria, which was where Mitra would be largely worshipped in like the entirety of what would later become Europe, and a little bit of India as well, most people see Mitra and Set as enemies. I'm thinking the blasphemous surface level is Mitra and Set. Mitra is the husband of Set, and Set is the husband or the wife of Mitra. And then you would also have their children being creatures like Zath and being et cetera, et cetera. And I also really wanted to use the Zath religion to start off with that Zingarian. So I was thinking, because he was born in the year, or there was the year or the month of the spider. I have to go look that up again. But I think it was the year of the spider. Because he was born in the year of the spider, he could have like it kind of as his zodiac sign, which he takes a lot of pride in. You know, he's kind of one of those overly spiritual folks, because part of his origin story is that he does go mad. But anyway, tell me what you think of that, and get back to me. I'll definitely I want to do more of this. It would definitely be very fun. Have a great day, and thank you for watching.